Hello, my name is Angela Williams and this is Communications 101 Section D. Today I will inform you on the importance of practicing abstinence. As you know, the #1 cause of high school dropout is teenage pregnancy. By practicing abstinence, you can see those numbers decrease. By not practicing abstinence, you increase your chance of contracting sexually transmitted diseases such as gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, and HPV. According to the Center for Disease Control statistics, young people ages 15 to 24 account for half of all new HIV cases, with 6,000 becoming infected with HIV every day. Although there is no cure for HIV, if detected early, there is medication that could be treated, that could treat the disease. Abstinence can help decrease the numbers of cases among teenagers. I have some statistics from the Center of Disease Control that tell us about HIV and AIDS in the United States. At the end of 2003, there was reported 1,185,000 cases of HIV in the United States. In 2006, there was 35,314 new cases of HIV in adults, adolescents, and children. It also tells us by gender that in 2006, almost 3/4 of HIV and AIDS cases diagnosed were among male patients. That leaves us with 73% males and 26% in females. It also tells us that based on race and ethnicity, that although Black America only makes up 13% of the population, they account for more than half of all new HIV cases. And according to that statistics by the CDC, it tells us that 1% of Asian Pacific Islanders have HIV. It tells us less than 1% of American Indian and Alaska Native have HIV. Hispanic is 18%, Black 49%, White 30%, which gives us a total of 35,314. And also it breaks it down by age. According to the CDC, it says that people greater than 65 years of age account for 2%, less than 13 account for less than 1%, 13 to 24, 15%, 26 to 34, 26%, 35 to 44, 32%, 45 to 54, 20%, 55 to 64, 6%. And also, according to the CDC, it says the trends of AIDS and diagnosis and death. In 2006, AIDS diagnosis was 982,492. The death of persons with AIDS were 14,116. And persons living with AIDS was 436,693. And again, by practicing abstinence, you can help those numbers decrease. Other sexually transmitted diseases include gonorrhea and chlamydia. Although there is medication to treat gonorrhea and chlamydia, if left untreated, it can cause infertility in female patients. ACOG, the American College of Gynecology, reports that there are 400,000 new cases of gonorrhea reported each year, and that there are 4 to 8 million cases of chlamydia reported each year. And again, abstinence can help those numbers decrease. The third most increased STD is HPV, which is the human papillomavirus. There is no cure for HPV, and HPV is the #1 leading cause of cervical cancers in females. If this HPV is detected early, proper treatment with your doctor can help lower your risk of contracting cervical cancer, but left untreated, it is the #1 cause for cervical cancer. Abstinence should be practiced with teenage pregnancies, because with abstinence you will see a decrease in teenage pregnancies as well as sexually transmitted disease. The Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians verse 4 and 3 that we should abstain from sexual immorality. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 13, it tells us that the body is not for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. The teenage pregnancy rate in the United States is 53 per 1,000 females, ages 15 to 19. And in the year of 2005, 63% of African Americans reported that they were sexually active, 51% Hispanic, and 43% White. This is per the Center for Disease Control. With the practice of abstinence, once again, those numbers could decrease. Some kids give in to sex because of peer pressure. I think that if more kids would study their chances of increasing sexually transmitted diseases and the number of sex partners that they have,